We're about to drive from Kampala, 10 hours drive to the northeast of the country, to the Moroto district, to see how the use of technology is enhancing equity in terms of birth registration. We're going to go to rural communities, hard to reach children, to see how the UNICEF European Union project is really helping those communities.
Yeah, welcome to Karamoja region. Right now we are just bordering Tesoland with Karamoja. So normally rain seasons the roads are really bad, but lucky enough right now they are trying to put mudam on the roads, so now they are becoming a bit better.
So we're now in the Karamoja region in northeastern Uganda, and this is known as one of the most undeveloped regions in the country. So 40% of the population require food aid. That's actually an improvement because it was 70%. So you might think, why in that context is birth registration even on the agenda? Why would that be important when people don't even have enough to eat? Well, there's three important reasons for that. So firstly, civil registration is really crucial for a government to know how to account to its population. So when you're delivering food aid, if you don't know how many people have been born, how many people have died, you cannot be accountable to that population and provide them with services. And second and thirdly, at the individual level, birth registration both enhances rights, so it allows, for example, things like access to education. So in Uganda, you need a birth certificate in order to sit exams, for example. And it's also protective. So, for example, it can help protect against child marriage, against human trafficking, things like that.
This is the stretch as we are heading to Ilili, because the place is flat. Water comes from nowhere. So once you're unlucky and you get maybe trucks passing each other, and the trucks get stuck on the way, you're also finished. This place is called the Ilili, the trading center for the Kamajongs. It's now a busy day as it's a market day.
My name is Harriet Kajiri. I work with UNICEF as a child protection officer. My focus is mainly birth registration. We are here today at Matanye Hospital, which is in the Park District, which is one of the really hard districts to reach, considering that registration happens centrally in Kampala most times.
Birth registration has come a long way too far. From the time we started, it was really a very big challenge. But bit by bit, working as a team, we have made it so easy and simple. Here are my two colleagues, Damian Amey, who is the records assistant at the hospital, Jonathan Olupot, who is also a records assistant at the hospital, and I'm the IT officer of the hospital. On a daily basis, either of us goes to the ward, mainly maternity ward, to meet the mothers who provide us with the information regarding their kids. So the registration is done to the books as the mother speaks out the information of the child, of herself, the mother, and then of the father. After this information is captured in the registration books, this information is either taken to the records office or the IT office, where registration is done online, up to the point of printing and issuing the cards. So all this particular process of registering birth is done in one day. I was just talking with the mother since she just delivered this morning and trying to take her through the sensitization process about the birth certificates. When these mothers report to the hospital or when they come to the hospital, they already come with this information that these birth certificates are important for their kids in terms of, for example, joining school, and in terms of age, easily explaining the age of the kids. Because for long this has been an issue in, let me say, in Karamoja. Even up to now, you could go and ask a grown-up person how old the person is, but definitely the person will not tell you the right age, because there's never been any documentation about the age of the person. but they live with this birth certificate since the dates of birth of their kids are recorded. They're able to know, or any other person, although they are not able to read and write, can be able to tell them the age of their kids.
So we're now driving in Ongongoja, which is a very remote area of Katakwi, and the roads really are incredibly difficult. So these are much harder than the ones that we were driving in Karamoja.
Yeah, she has a boy of Kardi, a boy of 12 years old. Due to poverty levels here, we have problems of education for getting scholastic materials. We got a chance of child fund, which wanted to sponsor children of age 12 below. She happened to get a boy of the same age, but the project wanted basically a proof to show that that one is of that age. She lacked a certificate so that the boy can be registered. She came to the office looking for the certificate, but it was too late.
First and foremost, I want to thank European Union and UNICEF for having given Ongongoja this very great opportunity. The people of Ongongoja have got registered and have got these cards or short birth certificates free. Now we have distributed these certificates to our people and they are keeping them so well. You can see some of them are very proud handling them in front here. And they are very, very jovial and grateful to European Union and UNICEF. I want to bring this one forward, that the importance of these short birth certificates in this area, especially where people are returning after so long in camps, is that it really helps to establish where one person comes from. Wherever such a person can go, he can be identified that he belongs to such and such a place. That's the very, very important thing about this short birth certificates. And I'm actually urging my people to keep these things so well so that they will do them a great service.
The certificates we are giving out are received with a lot of value and interest.
Yeah.
And to that degree, they do not want anything to damage them. Of course, to get one certificate initially, there was a cost attached. Now that they have it, they guard it very jealously.
Yeah.
That's why you see those pockets of the areas where they sit in security and they have relatives here, they prefer to have them kept with those relatives who are here so that they are safe. Yeah.
So we're now here in northeastern Uganda at the end of our field trip. What strikes me the most really is about what a small investment in terms of funding and capacity building can really achieve in marginalised communities. So we've seen two examples, the hospital in Karamoja. We've also seen the remote community in Katakwi, displaced people now returning to their villages. In both cases, prior to this initiative, 0 births were registered. 1 year on, in both instances, there's 100% coverage. So every member of the population in the village in rural Katakwi has their birth registered, from the smallest child to the oldest adult. And in the hospital, 1,000 babies a year who previously would never have had birth registration. The mother now leaves with a baby and her birth certificate, sometimes on the same day. It's quite incredible. So birth certificates are literally issued that day. So real progress being made and little pockets of inspiration as we scale up this initiative.